in the state of Maine, and it's like I would totally be downtown Portsmouth, Buskin today, but I'm doing this instead. Of course, the cool thing is that it's way cooler here than it is outside, so that's good. And plus, I get to have my piano and all the accoutrements, so that's pretty cool. So I'm not complaining. One of the things that I miss though is because when you're out busking in the street, you never know what's going to happen, and you never know who's going to show up, and that I do miss. Although I realize that people show up, and it's completely unpredictable who's going to show up and what's going to happen. But so I appreciate that too. But I'm going to start off with a little song. My favorite starting off song. Just a reminder to stay open and available to everything that's possible in your life. You haven't lost your way out along the road, and you can't see the things going on, but you see the difference. What you made now, you have to be all the games. Lady, baby, don't be mad. This is yours to lose. Take responsibility for the path you choose. Baby, don't be blind. Wasn't long ago, only yesterday, you were scared to linger on your way, to let them away, let them beat you down, let them take that's you. When I was not around, what a way to feel like I've always been, faithful as a soul breeze, or friend, you just have to turn around, it don't matter where. Lost your way along the road, and you can't see anything you know your own. You are not weak, not up to die. You just have to carry on. Time to try, baby, don't be behind. It's yours to lose. Take responsibility for the path you choose. Baby, don't be blind every single day. We can find the strength inside. We can find our way. Yeah, don't be blind. I like to acknowledge the roots of my music and how much it's influenced by my favorite form of music is actually black gospel music from the Baptist churches, at least it's the Baptist churches that I'm familiar with. I heard about it first, my dad being a Baptist minister and exposing me to all kinds of different churches and taking me to a variety of different churches where they'd have this kind of music. And I remember one of the coolest concerts I ever heard was at Andover Newton Theological Seminary in Andover, Massachusetts. And I didn't even know who the choir was, but they were amazing. And I think I started hearing them when I was just outside and listening from the outside, but very influential for me in the context of my own music and the music that I'm attracted to and how I kind of change the songs that I cover and influenced by those kinds of roots. And this one not so much, but this is an REM tune that I love to play. Days now. The night is yours alone. I think you've had too much this night. Oh, hold on, everybody hurt you. Sometimes everybody cries, everybody hurts. Sometimes everything is wrong. Time is long, days are long. Night is yours alone. Think you've had too much of this night. Oh, hold on. everybody hurts. Sometimes everybody cries. Everybody hurts. Don't go away your head. No, 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 no. Don't blow away your head. No, when you think you have to die. No, 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 no. Your day is long. No, you think you've had too much. Be like that and go. Everybody hurts it. Sometimes everybody cries. Everybody hurts. Sometimes. Hold on. Oh, love those guys, REM. Such a talented band, amazing band. One of the things about bands, however, not those guys so much that I'm familiar with, but I know some of the real classic rock bands like Led Zeppelin and Rolling Stones and the Beatles were so much influenced by black music and didn't really give it nearly as much credit as was deserved. You know, tunes that were totally stolen from black musicians and then presented as not necessarily originals, but nobody ever said about who wrote them, you know? That's a little weird. Not sure how that's okay, but that is a thing that happened. I'm going to do a little teaser. I'm going to do this song on Friday for my my regular show. But this is a new tune that I've recently written. Very much influenced by the black gospel music. Can't believe we're here once more, trying to deny this color war. Waiting for someone else to change. Same deck of cards, just to rearrange. And it's time to stop believing it will be okay somehow. Because we need a revolution and it has to start right now. And it's time for me to make this all about. And I will hear the words you say, and I will get out of your way, and I will listen to my pain, and I will never walk away again. I'll do the whole song for you on Friday, but this time all those changes and progressions and melodic kind of things, and the way that I sing, I've been dreaming songs since I was a little kid, and I'm just very grateful to be in a place right now where I'm getting closer to being able to sing how I hear the music. And I want to thank my voice teacher, Amanda Mutton Voice Studio, by the way. She's fabulous, and she has contributed so much to my life in terms of helping me understand how to sing. But for me, it's like bringing me closer to the music that I hear in my dreams and in my head. So I'm just very grateful for that. I'm going to do a little. Jenna Serrano, who's an amazing singer-songwriter from the area, she posted something a while back where she said, I wrote this song 5 minutes ago, and I'm not sure that it makes sense. And I actually was like, oh, that sounds like a cool line for a song. And so I took that and I wrote this song. Wrote this song 5 minutes ago, and I'm not sure that it makes sense. Trying to put down in words had me on this. Me no one as blessed as me to be standing here with you. Maybe I again just can't believe that all my dreams came true. I look into your eyes and I see the love you have for me. Maybe I don't understand just how it came to be. See me in my darkest times and you see my soul laid bare. Reached out with an empty hand, and even still I saw you there. Middle of the rainbow is that the colors we see, shining down on everyone, no matter how they came to be. Wrote this song 5 minutes ago, and I'm sure it don't make sense. I don't need to understand what had me on this affair. Me no one as blessed as me to be standing here with you. Think it's time to just believe, and all my dreams came true. That's a fun little song. So, in terms of the influence of black music, I mean, literally, that's all was written by somebody other than me. And that blues scale comes from the suffering of black people, and I'm just very grateful to have it be a part of my life, and can't say enough how much I appreciate the effects of that in my life. Now to song. This is one. Feeling lost and naked in the cold. War inside your head is just so old. Take somebody's hand, let the rain just wash away the lies you told me. There's nothing you can do to stop the pain. If you ever want to see the sun again, let that river flow and let the water wash away. You can't change it. You burn like a flame, no one can take. Shine like the star, you are, yeah. Feeling lost and naked, you're not alone. Or inside your head is just so. You have to take somebody's hand and let the rain just wash away. She been told you. It's the only thing that's standing in your way. side that you wouldn't see. But if you let somebody know, you see that nobody's perfect anyway. Burn like a flame, no one can hate. Shine like the star. Be who you are. There's nothing that you have to be. That who I see right here, right now. Feeling lost and naked in dark. Holding back those tears that you won't dry. Doing it so long you can't remember why. Let yourself move on and let your spirit and your soul begin to fly. Burn like a flame. No one can shine like a star. Be who you are. I want to point out a friend of mine named Lenos, who's somebody who I've talked a lot about on these live streams. He is trying to do some fundraising. If you look back in the live streams from the past or go to my Facebook page, you'll see the link to his fundraising efforts. He is trying to do some amazing work in Zimbabwe, Africa, to spread the news and the word about mental health in the context of the COVID thing that's even worse there than it is here, just because it's so difficult for the information to get disseminated in the countryside. But he's trying to do that work. If there's anything you can do to support him, he's very close to his goal. He needs a couple $1,000s, and $5 or $10 from everybody out there would be very helpful for him to get him where he needs to be able to literally put gas in the truck that takes him out to the countryside to spread the news to these folks, just in terms of educating them about what's actually going on with the virus and how they can keep themselves and their families safe. So this one goes out to Lenos. I hope someday to meet him. I met him through professional connections, but I've yet to meet him in person. I look forward to that day. This is for him. I've got a watch that knows each step I take, and it's charging on the shelf. I've got a fridge that tells me what's inside, makes eyes so light. I've got 4K HD television that talks to my phone. Got a car that cost $100,000, I parked it right outside. It knows just where I like to go. It takes me for a ride, and it plays me all my favorite songs. Still feel all alone. So God knows you, I've got no you, no. I've got no you, I've got no you. I want a chateau in the south of France, or a mansion in Bel Air. I put on my VR headset, and it seems like I am there. 1,000 of my favorite spots, from Singapore to Rome. Got a condo west of Central Park that's right up in the sky. Smart home keeps me comfortable, so I don't have to try. No matter where I rest my head, it still don't seem like home. So God knows you, I've got no. God knows you, I've got no. And my mother always told me there are things you just can't buy, and I tried hard to convince myself that that was just a lie. Before I realized what I've lost, understand it must be true. Because with all these things I have that I've got charging on the shelf, I am still standing here with nothing in a lie all by myself. And I bought them to replace you, but that's one thing that they just can't do. Because they're just not you, no, 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 they're just not you, no. They're just not you, no, 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 they're just not you, no, 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 no. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It reminds me, if you are applauding or commenting or saying anything about what I'm doing, I can't tell because I'm on a multi-platform that's streaming to Facebook and YouTube and all these other things. So thanks for your comments. I will definitely check in with you later, but I don't know what you're saying right now. I just don't want anyone to be offended because I'm not replying. I like to reply. I'm going to do some guitar tunes just because I want to. Uh-oh. I have a very complicated setup these days because of life being complicated. But anyway, that makes for these transitions to be a little bit clunkier than I'd like. It'd be great to have a couple cameras. There's another guy who uses this same streaming platform that has multiple cameras that he uses, and I wonder how he does that. So this is interesting. Don't you know, talking about it you don't you know, talking about a revolution, yeah. Because they're standing in those welfare lines, crying in those doorsteps for those armies of salvation, wasting time in the unemployment line, sitting down, waiting for our promotion. Don't you know, talking about a revolution, yeah. Finally, the tables started to turn. Finally, the tables started to turn. All about a revolution, yeah. Well, this is something crying in those doorsteps, wasting time. In the unemployment of the high, sitting around, with her up motion, talking about it, finally, the tables are starting to turn. Talking about a revolution, oh yeah. Finally, the tables are starting to turn. Talking about a revolution, oh, ever since the old wealthy night. Crying those doorsteps to the lobbies of salvation, wasting time. The unemployment side is around. Wait for our promotion, don't you know, talking about a revolution. Don't you know, it's not the salvation, it's about a revolution. Don't you know, it's not the salvation, it's about a revolution. Talking about a revolution. Talking about a revolution. Gonna do a little song. Oh, Tracy Chapman, by the way, in case you didn't know. Gonna do a little song I wrote. In an effort to really honor the relationship that Jesus had with his mom. That for me, I really think doesn't get nearly enough press. And it occurred to me when the song actually came to me in a dream. But how Mary was with Jesus the whole time. I mean, obviously, she was there when that whole Christmas theme that we're so used to, but she was with him the whole time. This is about that. Jesus come up from the desert, realized all the work that lay ahead. No, the Spirit was within him. His mother saw a little boy instead, and he was weeping when he saw her. So he listened for what wisdom he might hear. She gently wrapped her arms around him, sang the simple song to his ear. All earth and world cried, my son, your journey and your labor just begun. I will dry your tears, my little one. Many more will fall before you're done. And in the wild you face the devil, and in the temple he faced greed. In the throng he faced their hopes and fears. And that's a heavy load indeed. And when he preached up on the mountain, told them all to give what they want back. His mother was there with him, speaking there when everything seemed black. For all earth and world cried, my son, your journey and your labor just begun. I will dry your tears, my little one. Many more will fall before you're done. While you face the devil, in the temple he faced greed. The throng he faced their hopes and fears. A mother's words can help you bury your burden. A mother's words can help to see you through. A mother's words convey on us a wisdom. What you do with that is up to you. What you do with that is up to you. Oh. When his time with us was over, mother stood there with him on the hill, singing out a song of truth and comfort. If you listen close, you can hear it still. All earth and world cried, my son, your journey and your labor just begun. I will dry your tears, my little one. Many more will fall before you're done. Many more will fall before you're done. Many more will fall before you're done. You know, I found out, actually, after writing that song, that Mary was with him on the hill. Can you imagine? One of your kids being crucified right there in front of you. And still, you know, the message is still about love, which is similar to the message in this song. There was a boy, very strange, enchanted boy. Say he traveled very far, over land and sea, a little shy, sad of eye. Very wise was he, and then one day, one magic day, he passed my way. He spoke of many things, fools and kings. This he said to me, the greatest thing you'll ever learn is to be loved, love in return, love in return. If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning, I'd hammer in the evening, all over this land. I'd hammer out a warning, I'd hammer out danger, hammer out love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land, all over this land, over this land. If I had a bell, I'd ring it in the morning, ring it in the evening, all over this land. I'd ring out a warning, I'd ring out danger, ring out love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land, all over this land, all over this land. If I had a song, I'd sing it in the morning, I'd sing it in the evening, all over this land. I'd sing out a warning, I'd sing out danger, sing out love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land, all over this land, all over this land. Well, I have a hammer, I have a bell, and I have a song to sing all over this land. It's a hammer of justice, it's a bell of freedom. It's a song about love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land, all over this land, all over this land. The greatest thing you'll ever learn is to be loved, love in return, love in return, love in return. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nat King Cole song. That was a Nat King Cole song, and scrunched up with a Pete Seeger song that may have been actually a cover. I don't know if Pete Seeger actually wrote that song. I'll have to find out. You know, it's tough times right now. We're going through a lot as a country, as a species, as a world. And this song I wrote inspired by conversations I'd had with my dad, who was a preacher, as I said, and it's about doubt and faith. It wasn't like for Jesus before he went away. It wasn't like for Jesus all the things he had to say. It wasn't like for Jesus trying to teach them how to pray. I don't know, 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 I don't know. Yet was he lonely, was he loving, was he kind? They think he was the only man with trouble on his mind. Was he sorry for the people that he had to leave behind? I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. I don't know, I don't know. Was it not for Jesus before he went away? Was it not for Jesus all the things he had to say? Was it not for Jesus trying to teach them how to pray? I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. I don't know, I don't know. That he was a preacher and he taught me to be kind. He said that what we sow becomes the harvest that we find. But he never said that Jesus thought the faithful should be blind. I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. No, I don't know, I don't know. Was it not for Jesus before he went away? Was it not for Jesus all the things he had to say? Was it not for Jesus trying to teach them how to pray? I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. No, I don't know, I don't know. In those final seconds, did he have something to say? Was he uncertain for a moment? Did he wish he could just stay? Well, it seems to me that faith is when you do it anyway. I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. I don't know, I don't know. Was it not for Jesus before he went away? Was it not for Jesus all the things he had to say? Was it not for Jesus trying to teach them how to pray? I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. I don't know, I don't know. What was it not for Jesus? Yeah, before he went away. Was it not for Jesus trying to teach them how to pray? Was it not for Jesus all the things he had to say? I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. No, I don't know, I don't know. No, I don't know, I don't know. I don't know. But I do know one thing. I'm going to play one more song. That's what I know. Oh, it's actually so funny. I'm all capoed up here for this set. We all walk a road that brings both fear and fortune. We all carry the burden of sometimes. And the only thing that we all have in common is a strength that just refuses to resign. And I have seen it in the faces of the hungry. I have seen it in the faces of the weak. I have seen it even when there should be nothing. It is this that brings me here today to see. Though there's many souls who need the comfort, I thought I'd come here to let you know I'm grateful for this day. Grateful for this day. Don't need any reason, no matter what the season, I'm grateful for this day. I can act as if my whole life is a struggle. I can act as if there's nothing there for me. I can look at everyone like they are strangers, but instead I choose to do my best. So there will be times when I feel discouraged. I thought I'd come here and let you know I'm grateful for this day. Grateful for this day. Don't need me, no matter what the season, I'm grateful for this day. And I know there will be times when I feel discouraged. I thought I'd come here, no. I'm grateful for this day. No matter what the season, I'm grateful for for this day. I'm grateful for this day. No, no matter what the season, I'm grateful. This day, yeah, 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 yeah. I'm grateful for this day, and I'm grateful for each and every one of you. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for watching these videos. I appreciate your support, and I'll be back on Friday for another live stream at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, and I hope you can join me then. In the meantime, take care, everyone.